Give the coordinates of the center, foci, vertices, and co-vertices of the ellipse with a given equation. 9x squared plus 16y squared minus 126x plus 64y is equal to 71. Take note, this is the general equation of an ellipse. Okay, so from the general form, we will convert it to the standard equation to get the center, foci, vertices, and co-vertices. So, 9x squared minus 126 plus 16y squared plus 64y is equal to 71. Since there is a coefficient sa ato ang x nga part and also sa y nga part, we will just pagawas nato na sila before we will conduct the completing the square. So the process is the same with the sa atong circle. We will use completing the square to get the standard equation sa ato ellipse. So first, pagawas nato ang coefficient of the x squared, which is y. So y times the quantity of x squared, because yx squared divide 9 is x squared ang mabilin, minus 126. So 126 divide 9, that's 14x or negative 14x. Next is for this is the x group. For y group, ang coefficient sa y squared is 16. Pagawas nato ang 16 para 1 na lang ang coefficient sa y squared. So 16 times the quantity of y squared plus 64 divide 16, that's 4. 4y is equal to 71. Next is we will use completing the square for both sides atong x part and y part, and we will add the value na ilang gi-add sa atong left side and also to the right side. So y times the quantity of x squared minus 14x. So 14 divide 2, that's 7. 7 times 7 is 49. So we will add 49 also here at the right side. So 49, and dili na to kalimtan ang atong gipagawas ganina, which is 9. So times 9. Next is plus 16 times y squared plus 4y. 4 divide 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. So we will add 4 here sa left side and also sa right side. Don't forget to also add sa left side ang ato ang gipagawas. So times 16. Excuse me. So since our x group, x squared minus 14x plus 49, this is the sum of a perfect square, we can get its factor by dividing the coefficient of x by 2. So 14 divide 2 is 7. So that's x minus 7. Carry the 9. 9 times the quantity of x minus 7 quantity squared. And then sa right ay sa atong y group naman, y squared plus 4y plus 4. This is the sum of a perfect square. Just divide the coefficient of y by 2. So 4 divide 2 is 2. So that's y plus 2 quantity squared. Just carry the 16. 71 plus 49 times 9 plus 4 times 16. So 49 times 9 is 441, and then 4 times 16 is 64. So 71 plus 64 plus 441 is equal to 576. Next is you will divide the right side sa itong equation. So 576 divide 576. Also, ato nang i-divide here sa ato ang left side sa itong equation to get the standard equation sa ato ang ellipse. Since ang standard equation 1 ang mabilin sa itong left side, so i-divide nato ang diri sa right side kung pila yung number. So, 576 divided 576 here. So, 576 and 9, that's 1 over 64. 576 divided 9 is 64. That's why 64 here. 1 ang nabilin dire. And next is 576 divided 16. That's 36. And 576 divided 576. That's 1. Therefore, atong standard equation sa atong ellipse is quantity of x minus 7 squared over 64 plus quantity of y plus 2 squared over 36 is equal to 1. We expect that our ellipse is horizontal since nasa x part ang iyahang greater value sa iyang denominator. So this is the a squared and this is the b squared. So a squared is equal to 64. So square root of 64 is 8. A is equal to 8. B squared is equal to 36. So square root of b squared, that's b. And the square root of 36 is 6. So ang atong b is equal to 6. We will get c since ang gipangayo is foci, vertices, co-vertices. So we have the center which is at 7 and negative 2. The vertices and co-vertices ang foci na lang. So c is equal to square root of a squared minus b squared. So ang a squared is 64, ang b squared is 36. So 64 minus 36, that's 28. So c is equal to square root of 28, or that's 2 square root of 7, or approximately that's 5.3. So after that, so since we get the standard equation of our ellipse, that's x minus 7 quantity squared over 64 plus y plus 2 quantity squared over 36 is equal to 1. So therefore we can get the values now. We have the a, we have the b, and nasolve na po nato ang ato ang c. So ang iyang ellipse is horizontal. So magduwa tag horizontal nga ellipse where ang iyang center is at, as mayang center, that's 7 and negative 2. Since ang ato ang ellipse is horizontal, so ang foci lies horizontally and ang iyahang vertex as well. So vertex is here. Vertex, while ang co-vertex is vertical. Okay? So for the foci, that's C unit. For vertex, that's A unit. And for the co-vertex, that's B unit. So let's start with the foci. Remember, our center is at 7 and negative 2. So since our foci lies horizontally, we will add and subtract the value of C sa x-coordinate sa tong center. So 7 plus minus C and then negative 2. So 7 minus 5, that's 5.3. So that's 1.7 and negative 2. While ang focus 2, 7 plus 5.3. So 12.3 and then negative 2. That's for focus 1 here and focus 2. Next is the vertices. The vertices lies horizontally. Therefore, we will add and subtract the value of A sa ato ang x-coordinate sa atong center. So C plus minus A and then negative 2. So 7 minus ang A nato is 8. So 7 minus 8 is negative 1 and then the y-coordinate is negative 2. That's the focus 1. Sorry, supposed to be vertex. Vertex 1. And then vertex 2. Next